Fucking
tweet.
what
Oh man, I tweeted.
It's all your handwriting.
Of course you did.
Alright.
Did I fucking write this?
Yeah,
It's definitely your handwriting.
You definitely wrote that.
Don't worry, bro. I suffered from brain damage a couple of years ago, so like I totally get it. Don't worry too much.
So, hi!
Hi.
of the world. Are we live?
Oh, we're
Yeah.
live now. Great.
We're live.
Great. Hi.
So,
Okay, let me hop on.
We're not going to stop being live while you hop on. You know that, right?
Yeah. So, welcome to Accidental Mask Wearing Heroes.
We're more heroic because we're wearing masks.
Yeah. So, technically, we don't have to 100% wear masks
Under the law,
under the law.
we don't have to.
But someone, and I'm not going to name names, is
How do
in the
I
process
mute this?
of having
So-
a baby.
Just turn your volume down.
Press the find the yeah, turn your volume down. Is in the process of having a baby. So
His wife is in the process of having a baby. He's watching it
it's a
happen, freaking
team
out.
effort.
I'll get stuffed.
Oh, it's not you having the
Team
baby?
effort.
It looks like I'm having a baby.
So we've all opted to wear masks. Under the restrictions in New Zealand, we can actually go out and have a meal together.
Woo!
So you will see us drinking. It's not illegal here. Yeah, you gotta put it on unless you're actually drinking.
Get stuffed.
You get stuff.
Just say you think.
I'm the police. So that being said, if it's your first time and you enjoy the content, if you could hit follow, if you want to figure out what the hell we've been doing and how the hell we got to episode number whatever the fuck it is. 24.
Wow.
There's a link down there somewhere to the YouTube, which it would be great if you could do a subscribe.
You're a brilliant
Subscribe.
host, Daryl.
I know how to do these social media fucking things. Please do that because we're still trying to get the custom URL on YouTube. Claire is drawing, but
I am.
Has the summary.
you have a summary?
I have the summary.
Summary of last time where Kevin tried to TK the entire team and got almost everyone.
I was quite upset. Okay. Okay. After arriving through the portal, the party find themselves in the aftermath of a skirmish. Slain bodies lie all around. Sasha is blindsided by an attack from a heavily armoured knight who turns out to be a previous acquaintance, Sir Tibbin Maxwell. Weapons are put away as Tibbin and the party trade stories of the circumstances that brought everyone here. They also discuss plans to move forward to save both Eleanor and Feora Green from the cruel Duergar who have abducted them both. Continuing on through the stormy night, the party moves forward towards the mountains, where the entrance to the Underdark lies. Getting to the forest edge at foot of the mountain, the party sends Damal forward to scout out ahead. Like a shadow, she moves up to the mountain and finds two Duergar guarding the cave entrance. Safely returning and relaying what she saw, it prompts Urbag to use a spell of silence to mask the noise of the entire group moving up the mountain. Together as a cohesive unit in their anti-sound bubble, they pounce upon the guards. Damal, as bloodthirsty as ever, slaughters the first guard, while Urbag manages to get the final blow on the other guard after a brutal stab to the guard's genitals.
Okay.
It happened!
Be prepared. Be
happened.
prepared for the next paragraph I'm about to read, and if there are young children in the room, please remove them. This causes a spray of dick blood as the final ounces of life is sucked dry from the doomed Duergar's body by the blade of Urbag's life-stealing rapier. Proudly cleaning themselves up, the party heads deeper into the mountain before time runs out to save Feora and Eleanor. Making their way through the caves, the party finally comes across the ruins of a dwarven outpost. There they see a bloodied Eleanor and her Duergar captives. They recognise the Duergar leader, a war chief named Drogon, whom they met weeks ago at a tavern in Kalanor. Damal, like Darkness Incarnate, sneaks in and manages to distract one of the guards, but fails to kill him quickly enough. This alerts all the other Duergar and leads to a larger fight breaking out. a fight that the heroes are ill prepared for. Everyone charges in bravely to help rescue Eleanor with their limited resources and weakened capabilities. For a moment, the fight seems, even after Urbag successfully traps a Duergar leader in his otherworldly kimono. But the tide of battle soon changes when a magnificent four-legged beast charges in, its grey hide coated with burning flames. A terrible blood-stained horn sits on its face, like a girthy horn of a unicorn, but not as elegant. The mysterious beast slams into Urbag, flinging him to the ground like an insect. Sir Tibbin and Damal fall first, bouncing from consciousness and near death as Sasha struggles to keep them alive. Eleanor is told to flee to safety and is followed by Damal. Both manage to escape as Sir Tibbin is brutally killed. Sasha and Urbag feebly hold back the horde and are finally overwhelmed after the Duergar leader realizes he could have tried to escape from Urbag's kimono ages ago and returns to the fight. With the return of the Duergar war chief, Urbag is slain in front of Sasha, and as they line up the killing blow on her, they do something much worse by knocking her out. Sasha is brought back into consciousness and is on her knees, held up on either side by Duergar. In despair, sees the dead corpses of Urbag and Sir Tibbin lying nearby. Drogan Cavebuster, the chieftain of the Duergar clan, leads in, looking her straight in the eye and says, "Call him, save your friends. See if your faith is strong enough, or is your Timid too weak to answer?"
Ooh.
What is Sasha willing to do to bring her friends back to life? Will they even come back unchanged after seeing what lies beyond death? How did the Duergar know about Timid's gift, and why do they want her to use it? We have Damal and Eleanor gone too.
Fucking
Dun,
just
dun,
leaving us
dun.
halfway through a fight.
Those are like, are they dark dwarves?
Yep, they're
I
dark
can't
dwarves.
say that anymore.
It's racially
Oh.
insensitive.
Well,
Duergar.
I
They-
mean,
they-
what should...
Just call them Duergar. Call them by their...
New term.
then it was an old term, but they interchange it. So welcome everyone to episode 24, Choices That Define Us. So Sasha is on her knees.
Don't look at me
Loving it.
like that, you asshole.
Sasha is on her knees. She looks
Character's
around
dead. I don't
at
know
her dead
the
friends.
character.
Sasha notices that her weapons and her friends' weapons have been removed and just dumped into a pile at the corner. Drogan, the Duergar war chief, smirks at you, Sasha. He is pleased that he is finally getting his revenge on the entire party after they allowed the Drow to slaughter his kin many years ago. But before we get to Sasha's choice, we will switch back to Damal and Eleanor. So we'll give Shay time to prepare. Damal runs out of the cave, past the corpses of the Duergar that they slaughtered at the entrance, slipping slightly in the dick blood. As she runs at full speed down
I'm
the
gonna have to
mountain.
repeat this next week.
What?
Don't worry about the dick blood. That's just a thing.
It's a thing that Urbag did, and then it has to go on formal record.
Yeah.
As Damal runs at full speed down the mountain slope, she thinks she can hear the sounds of pursuit behind her, but she isn't sure in all the rush and adrenaline to escape. In the distance, she sees Eleanor stumbling about in the dark as she too tries to flee as instructed by Sasha, I guess. Eventually, Damal catches up to Eleanor.
It's because
What
I'm
does Damal
faster than
do?
Eleanor.
Yes, you are
Eleanor,
faster.
Eleanor, are you okay?
Eleanor turns to Damal, her knees and arms scraped and bleeding from her captivity and the following escape. And she looks at you. Where's Urbag? And Sasha? And that other guy
Another guy.
who she has not met before.
They're still stuck back at the cave. I'm so sorry, but at least we made it out. Do you want to wait and see if they can get themselves out, or do you want to sneak back and see if we can help?
She says, "We cannot leave them to die like that. This is all my fault. You came to protect me and rescue me." She turns to you. "We have to go back in."
Absolutely, that's a great idea. Let's make sure though that before we go in, we're properly prepared.
Let's have a long rest.
And in what way do you wish to prepare?
Oh, look, I'm trying to think about it because. I
Because
just-
you have those
oh,
spell slots
Excuse
left.
me. I am the main character right now. The problem is that Eleanor will want to go rushing straight back in.
Yes, because she
So-
is
Distraught.
Okay,
and
so
almost at full hit points. I think.
I would just be like, it's completely right, but we're not going to be any use to them unless we are calm and collected and ready to go in. How about, because I don't want to do 4 hours
It's a short rest, which is an hour.
because I've got half. Right?
Yeah, that'll regain your hit points. It won't get you spell slots, but it'll regain your hit points.
Well, I mean,
Which
I'm
makes you
metering a little bit because I
Which-
know what's happening.
which makes you combat useful.
Well, I mean, you had a fair idea of what was going on.
Yeah,
Weren't you there when
She went down like 6 times.
when you died 6
I
times?
can be like, well, how about what we do is, can I stealth without having spell slots?
No.
Yeah, you can
Oh.
still.
Yeah.
It's just a skill. It's
Cool.
not a spell.
So, I mean, I'm happy to, I can go back in and I can stealth in and see what's happening, but you'll have to stay a fair way back just so you don't alert and die instantly
So what you're saying is you're willing to go back in right now
under stealth.
under stealth, but
Yeah.
Eleanor stays outside.
It's for scouting purposes.
No,
Oh,
you want a short rest and then you want to go on.
hang on. No, I'm
don't
not. I'm
Yeah,
not
what-
willing
what
to do
is
that
your- yeah.
specifically because
Who the fuck
you
wrote
said
all
that
this
we
stuff
might,
down?
someone else
You
might be
did.
following. What's that rope trick crap that I've got?
What? Yep, no, it's spell slots. You shush. I'm telling you.
I'm deferring to Shay, not to you.
It's called rope trick.
And you don't have any spell
I
slots.
don't have any spell slots, so I can't use it.
Make a perception roll.
Make a
And
perception
you
roll.
don't have anything in your bag that will help either.
D20, right?
Yes. You should have a perception modifier somewhere on the hack sheet.
Yeah, I do.
If you attune to your ring of animal influence, you could talk to an animal
This is
after
true.
an hour.
Just imagine if you had a
23.
A
23.
crow raven.
You hear the rustle of rocks behind you, so towards
Okay.
the cave,
Yeah.
and they are getting closer.
Sorry.
1
Go
second.
hack this.
Is that muted? That's not
Hi,
muted.
Catherine.
Hi, Summers. How are you?
Yeah, I'm okay.
The mic's back. Yay!
Yay!
Hi.
Okay.
Mute button didn't work.
So I
So,
hear a
You
rustling.
hear a rustling, and
Yeah.
even though you can see relatively well in the dark because of, I guess, but you hear the rustling sounds
Halt! Who goes there?
of something
What?
moving.
That's what I say.
So you shout out, "Halt! Who goes there?"
Yeah.
Okay. Meanwhile, John the Paladin, you have been climbing out the other side of the mountain. You do see Damal run out because I believe you can also see in the dark.
I do have dark
Yes.
vision.
You see Damal gapping out of the cave. She seems to be trying to run away from the cave entrance that you were heading to. You had some clue of something going on in there, but you weren't sure. You just dared to investigate. However, shortly after she gaps it out of the cave, you see two Duergar. I was going to say the other words. You see two Duergar step out from the cave in pursuit.
I'm so fucked.
They're following her down the trail, but as they move along, you see them cast a spell of invisibility and both of them vanish from sight. However, you know roughly, because of their speed and their direction, and obviously you can see the mouth, you know that they're heading towards her.
Does my dark vision not?
Nope,
Allow
dark
me
vision
to-
does not detect invisible.
Okay.
Completely different thing. What do you wish to do? And then after a while, you hear the mouth shout, "Halt! Who goes there?"
Do I have anything useful?
You have that hammer thing. Is it a hammer?
I don't even know what weapon I have.
You have
Pretty sure it's a hammer.
a hammer or maul of some sort.
You have
Well,
your noble steed you can climb across.
I do have a find steed
You can.
spell. I don't think that's gonna help too much in this situation.
Not in this situation.
It would quickly get you to Damal. You have the Maul of Disruption, which when held in your hand glows.
So you will,
Where the
upon
where,
joining the...
where the heck is this?
That is under the weapons, which is beneath your health.
Tiny typing because it's a long word.
Mace of disruption plus one.
Oh, it was ruled to be a
mace,
maul.
Yeah, we changed it to a Maul because it's two-handed.
More.
Yeah, 'cause
Okay.
it was two-handed. You wanted to be like two-handed.
Well,
with
yeah,
the-
obviously I'm going to just follow in the general direction
With great haste.
with great. What? I'll cast find steed, and yeah,
Ride down on your steed. Alright.
Yes.
Your steed appears. It's the same paladin steed that he always summons.
Mm-hmm.
You mount your steed and then you head down the mountain towards Damal and what you assume to be two invisible duergar that are out to get her.
Mm-hmm.
Dun, dun, dun. High drama.
I'm gonna die again. I've got 6 health points.
So can I see anything?
You're the one who went back in.
You can only see Damal.
Didn't go back in.
Can I see anything happening to
haven't gone
Damal?
back.
Like, can I see?
Currently, you don't see anything happening to Damal. I'll let you roll a perception check. Yeah, because the dwarves are a little bit clumsy, so they are kicking up a bit of dirt. So you might be able to notice them since you're on higher ground and you are heading towards Damal. So what you do is go to D20 and you add. There's a perception number somewhere.
It is.
Oh,
It is
somewhere.
definitely somewhere.
Wisdom.
Yeah.
Wisdom.
Perception.
Second.
Yeah.
Yep.
Plus 0.
Plus 0. Yep.
Yeah.
think-
John's always been really perceptive.
I think this is the D20.
Yeah, it's a
Yep.
D20. 16. It's not too bad. You do see where the two dwarves are kicking up dust and dirt as they are kind of sliding down the edge of the mountain, following the mount. They are going to catch up to her in about 2 rounds, but you can get there faster if you push your steed to full speed.
Yep, I will do that.
Alright, you
Okay.
push your steed to full speed down the mountain. I have rolled, and your steed does not lose its footing and fall over with you.
Can't anyway.
Okay.
Why
good.
not? Oh, is it like spectral?
Yeah.
I thought it was an actual
Nah,
physical
it's-
steed.
it's spectral.
Okay. Steed does not fall over. Eventually you catch up to them. Damal by now sees you on your horse and she does recognize you.
Yeah.
She does wonder why you did not answer when she says, "Halt, who goes there?"
What's his paladin's name?
John.
Buddy John, where you been, man? Nice to see you. Were you the one in the
Yeah.
bushes?
I've been lost in the bush for just ages.
So you were the one that I heard in the bush, not anything dangerous then?
Yes. Maybe. Possibly.
You were hiding out in bushes.
Oh, I wasn't hiding, I was lost.
Okay, so we still might have a threat on our tail?
We
With-
could very well.
With that short amount of conversation that you have,
Yep.
you hear the curses of 2 dwarfs. Like, I guess they sling dwarven curses. One of them attempts to tackle Damal, so he leaps straight at her. The other one attempts to smack your steed.
With my agilic and, what is it? Where you bounce and you flip and you...
Acrobatics.
Acrobatic ability. Roll
Yeah.
my d20.
Yeah, you can add your
Great.
acrobatics.
I've got great acrobatics. You don't know.
What did you
Not
roll?
good.
It's a 3 on the die.
Hang on.
It's at the top.
Cool. 12.
The dwarf smashes into you and
Yeah.
lands heavily on top of you, pinning you to the
Yeah.
ground.
Killing you instantly. She takes 6 points of damage.
And gives you 4 points of damage.
Ah,
Due to his heavy body weight and tackle, and obviously you smashing onto the
I have 2 hit points left.
rocky ground.
I'm pretty sure.
Even though I can't see them.
Oh no, they appear immediately
They
as
Two hit
soon as
points.
they launch an attack.
Oh,
So the
okay.
other one.
I'm gonna look.
No, the other one tries to hit your steed there. Do we have a rough hit point of your
Yep.
steed?
No idea.
What do you roll to hit?
Well, I rolled. I definitely hit.
Okay.
But will a 14 damage take out his steed?
No.
Okay, so your steed is completely fine. They smack it. There's this.
I don't care about the steed. Yeah.
Yeah, but if the steed falls over with
Then
you
you
on
fall
it,
over.
you would care.
Yeah. Okay.
So he wounds your steed. He reappears because making an attack breaks the invisibility. So
Well,
you see two of them. One trying to attack you. The other one has land completely on top of the mall. Eleanor, who you recognize because your character has met her before, the girl child daughter of the Baron that they are protecting.
okay.
She starts to scream because she thinks the mouse dead underneath the
I'm like, I'm fine.
underneath the struggling and squirming dwarf.
Can you hear me? Like, how underneath is my face?
I'm going to. Oh, sorry. Carry on.
No, go for it, man.
Yeah, you can do something.
I'm going to dismount
Yeah.
and strike and attack the one that's on the mall.
Okay. You may make an attack roll. So I think you've got 2 attacks. I am not 100%
Yep.
sure.
Bringing up John's character sheet.
So when you throw an attack roll, that is your attack bonus. I can't see the number there.
Plus
so you
8.
add that number.
+8.
So roll a d20.
Got a 14 +8.
So your first attack will hit. Roll for your second attack, and then we'll just get you to do damage based on how many times you've hit.
He might kill both of them.
That's 19.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 19 plus 8 is...
So it's
shitloads.
definitely a hit with a 19 plus 8.
Okay, so
Yeah.
roll 2d6 plus 4, and then use your
If you wish to
Fourth
smite,
level-
you may.
4th level spell slot to use Smite. 3rd level spell slot to use Smite,
I
which
don't know
means
if
it's
I've
an
got
extra...
You'll have.
You'll have full
You
because
definitely-
you have not
Extra
used up
D8.
any spells at all. You're fresh.
Well, I've used Fun Steed, but I don't,
No, you've got heaps, mate.
don't I have to have it memorized?
No, to
No.
use it up for your smite ability, you don't. I
Oh,
believe.
okay.
Yeah.
So roll me
TIL.
2d6s.
2d6 and 4d8.
48.
Wait, I don't even have that many
Oh, mate, I can make that happen. Don't you worry about that.
D8s.
That's a 10.
Let's see if I find an 8.
10.
That one that's got the 7 upwards. No, up.
This one.
There we are.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. I'll use those. 4d8s. Wow.
So you got 9 off the 2d6s to start with. Holy Jesus.
23 of the 48s. So
Ah.
9, 23, and then whatever bonus.
Plus
is.
Plus 4.
3 and 4.
Does that kill him?
Yeah, it does kill him because he wasn't fully. He still had damage from his fight inside.
Oh,
And then the second
Would
attack
anyone
goes
like a
to the other
kombucha?
one.
Would
What?
anyone like a kombucha?
Oh no, I'm good, thank you.
I'm okay.
I have another
Do you want me
one.
to get you one?
John
Yeah.
John
can I
raises
have
his maul
a
and
lemonade one, please? The
brings
pink
it down upon
Feel
the
free to grab yourself one,
duergar
just
that
one of
is
those.
on top of the mall. You
Yeah.
smash the duergar so hard that it splatters and kind of almost just breaks apart. With the strength of your maul and your magical smite abilities.
There's dick juice everywhere.
Well, to be fair, he didn't actually say he hit him in the dick.
Ah.
So we will say
I just want it to be an ongoing thing.
yeah, well that's a
No,
personal
it was
choice of each character whether they wish to aim for that. But since he didn't say anything, so we'll just say Santa Mass, and he just smashes the dwarf, and the dwarf goes limp on top of you. He's kind of wet and leaky.
Wet and leaky.
It is entirely not very pleasant. On the ground underneath a
I gag.
squished dwarf.
Yeah.
You lose 2 points of.
Does he have a second attack?
Yeah.
Didn't I?
No, he
make
did his 2 attacks.
He rolled 2 attacks, but
Yeah.
that was 1 damage.
Oh, that was 1 damage. You can swing your second attack at the other guy, so we'll consider the hit since you did roll an attack roll already.
So roll the same damage again because you're going to use Smite again.
So roll 2d6.
And those
Yes,
4d8.
wasted on the weak plebs.
Not, not fantastic. Let's rely on these guys.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's not
That's terrible.
Five,
So,
We've got 3
5
1.
plus 9.
You have an ability.
That he rerolls the ones and twos, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I remember this.
Wait,
Oh.
but which ones? The smite ones or the weapon ones?
I think we figured out that it was all of them.
Yeah.
Ah, was it all of them?
Mm.
Can't
Yeah.
remember.
Where is it?
Damn it.
We haven't played with
Just comes
Tommy's
back.
tank before, like in a while.
Yeah.
That's right, let Shay figure it
I
out.
need to review this character sheet.
Yes.
just
Oh,
to-
yeah.
You know, I actually never needed to. I just
You can re-roll a 1 or a 2 on the damage of a melee attack with a two-handed weapon. So any 1 and 2 that you've rolled, you can re-roll.
all
so
of them
pick
or
up
just
is
one
a-
of them.
All of them.
Is a maul two-handed
Yep.
though?
That's why we changed it to a maul. Because initially it was a mace. The mace was one-handed. So the maul is a
That was dumb.
like a sledgehammer.
Oh, that's better.
That's slightly better.
What does it give us?
So
11
9,
plus
10,
10.
18,
Plus 4.
21, 25.
25 damage. The dwarf that you hit is immensely staggered and pretty much his arm or collarbone is broken. However, he's not down. He
Okay.
kind of roars in anger back at you and he...
How's Eleanor feeling? Is she feeling strong enough to attack people, or is she hella scared?
She's at full health.
She is at full health, but she's not currently armed with anything.
Yeah, she's
She
a.
has been disarmed, and if she tries to punch a dwarf, I don't think she's
She's a
really going
bit
to do much.
squealy.
Like, I can roll, but it's not really going to be effective. I'm just deciding whether they should carry out with their orders to destroy the Maul or fight the bigger threat. I will say they fight the bigger threat. So, the dwarf attempts to swing his hammer back at you,
I'm assuming
Paladin John.
I'm at full health.
You are at full health. Your armor class is 19. So pretty much when I do an attack roll, I just ask you, does something beat your armor class? And a 16 is not going to beat it. A 24 will.
No, it won't.
Okay.
Why would it 24 not?
Because I said so.
Yep.
I feel like Shay's
He
just
swings his smaller and less girthier hammer compared to yours.
Fucking hell, that word.
Ed,
You
you-
enjoying yourself?
Girthy.
Girth.
For 12 damage. So you are taking 12 damage. Your maximum hit points, I believe, is 81. So just you can note down the amount of damage you take, which is easier usually. Or you can just note down 81 minus 12.
Yeah, 81 minus 12, which is 69.
Back to the mouth.
Uh,
You're on the ground. You can get up for half movement. He's easily pushing off the dwarf. He's not that heavy anymore since he's been pretty much squashed.
what can I see? Now, I don't know if I need to roll perception or not around this,
It's a
but can I
pancake.
see anything?
Oh yeah, you can see John standing over there
Like-
fighting another dwarf.
In my, can I rotate my head and like see the scenery around me and what's to hide in and trees and stuff?
You can. You're
There is a
currently.
shitload of light currently because John is holding his maul.
Oh yeah, he is holding his maul, so it's lighted up. But you see
Maul.
perfectly fine with dark as well.
Yeah. Okay, so what can I see around me? What's the
You are on the
scene like?
rocky slope of
Just
mountain.
crushes the-
Yeah.
The incline is somewhat steep. We'll say maybe about 30 degree angle.
Yeah. Not
The
a, not a
tree
big deal
line
for
is
me though.
still a little bit further off, so maybe you had to walk another 100 feet or so. You reach the tree line at the base of the mountain. The mountainside rocks are wet and slick with a rainstorm that has just passed, so it kind of stopped when you guys reached the base of the mountain.
Okay.
Okay, see. Shay,
That's all you see?
D&D while we
I
watch.
have 5 characters.
And yeah, John fighting.
I choose to half movement get up
You stand up.
and then try and attack the dude.
You may attack the dude. He's had a combat round, but he's engaged with someone else. So Shay will factor that in. When he
So
attacks.
I roll 2 d20s.
Yep.
One at a time.
Yeah, you don't have advantage on the attack, but you get to roll a d20.
Roll
do you,
them
do you,
20.
do you hunters?
Oh, I absolutely Hunter's Mark him, but is that not a spell?
Actually, no, you can't because you've
Got no
spell
spell
slots.
Yeah. Hey, I remembered.
Ooh, no spell slots. Yay.
Nope.
Nope.
That's not going to hit.
Second attack.
Nope.
Same number.
That D20 is
You've used up all your luck from
has
last
been
week.
retired. Yeah.
You see Damal rise up from behind the dwarf
And
you're
do this.
fighting and attempts to feebly hit him, but for some reason the dwarf, even though with his grave injuries, he manages to dodge.
He's just like,
He's probably thinking, I should have gone after the elf. We will now say it is John's turn.
Okay, I'll attempt to finish off.
Oh, can we take him captive?
Oh, would
Oh.
you like to take
nah,
a captive?
no.
He killed Urbeg.
Do you want to do you want to question?
I can't. We don't have much.
I'm not here, so you do what the fuck
Okay,
you want.
we don't
Oh, yeah.
have a lot of answers about what the fuck's going on. So it'd be cool if we could.
Okay.
That's my statement.
So the hilarious thing is, you smack him with your weapon as hard as you want, and at the end of it, you say non-lethal damage.
Or you just brutally
Whoa.
Because D&D.
I'm gonna say something here. Does smite allow non-lethal damage?
Yep.
Smite does?
Yes, because it's just in charge. It's empowering his attack.
Okay, so it's not an actual like burst of
Well,
energy. or anything.
it's radiant damage.
Yeah.
He's already quite injured though, right?
So
Yes,
non-lethal
he is.
radiant damage.
Is it?
So he
Part of
probably
it can be
couldn't. But you
non-lethal.
can try.
But you can say non-lethal, right?
You
You
can
can
just
get
say
away with it.
non-lethal.
He could just not smite.
You could
and
also
you can
just kill
not
him.
smite. Yeah.
You could also just
So
kill
is
him.
not smite involved not rolling?
Yeah, so you don't get that part.
You only get the 2d6.
You only get the 2d6s.
So
So you
there's
have
a
to kind
chance
of
that you
bet
won't actually-
that he is on low enough hit points.
Can't John
for
just be
you.
like bonk on the head and knock him out?
No.
Okay.
No, because
So
you
I
actually have
roll
to
an
do
attack.
damage.
So I just get the 2d6 if
Yes.
I hit him.
It's completely your choice. Whether
Yeah.
you want to finish him off or capture.
I agree with Damal.
Okay.
We can take him captive and question him.
I just want to point out at this time that that's really not a Damal character choice.
Yeah, but Damal's been behaving out of character, so.
Somewhere from the depths of hell, you hear you feel the judgment of Urbag judging you and thinking, this is not the peaceful Damal that I am.
The bloodthirsty
The bloodthirsty.
Damal.
Wait,
Wait,
Damal.
are you dead right
He's
now?
dead.
Currently dead.
He's currently dead.
Dead.
Oh,
Dead.
shit.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure we want some answers, so.
Yeah, okay.
Make
I-
your roll.
I
You've got
can't
2
I
attacks.
agree with
I
that.
can't.
Got a 15.
15 plus 8.
No, wait, 10
10
plus,
plus
8.
8. 18 will hit.
So I get my 2d6.
You can use your
and I'll
2d6.
do non-lethal.
You can. You can even decide it after you do, like after I tell you whether he's down or not.
So
Yeah,
he's
you gotta
kinda
call it
um,
before.
No, you actually can call it after.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Rules as well that you can actually call it after because the DM doesn't have to say
He's out.
he's out. So you can actually call it after, which is a new kind of rule.
So we've got 9 plus 4.
4. 13. Non-lethal.
Yep.
Okay. The dwarf gets smacked at the side of the head with your maul, and he goes down in a heap of armor and blood, I
And
guess.
clanking.
And clanking, but you're pretty sure that you did not finish him off, so he's unconscious and on the ground.
This
Okay.
is such bullshit.
I'm gonna bind him.
Damal binds him, taking the time to bind.
Wait, as a paladin, do you have any healing spells?
He should have many healing spells.
He has
More than
lay on
Sasha.
hands
I've
for
got
60 HP.
I've got 60.
You can
Did
lay,
he say
you,
fucking
wow,
60?
You can
Yeah,
can
you are
touch
full
them
on.
out
You are pure
for
paladin.
60 points of health.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I need that right now.
Do you wish to do that?
Yeah. Do you want some healing?
Yes, please. That sounds amazing.
She's
Oh.
on 2.
Hence
Oh.
my enthusiasm.
So I'm
Oh.
gonna go with maybe.
So that's the racial trait. So I guess I can just just do a full.
You just scrub
60.
scrub off your 60 and give it all to her.
Yeah. Okay. Have 60 HP.
Woohoo! 62!
You have 62 HP.
Yep.
Eleanor looks relieved that you have defeated the pursuing dwarves, and is
Can
now that you're with them, she thinks that you'll be able to
Can
save
I
them.
excitedly go and hug her?
You
Woohoo!
can.
I'm so happy! Hug.
She's happy, but at the moment she seems to be afraid as to what is currently happening to Urbeck and Sasha. And now we switch back to Sasha.
Sasha!
Sasha, Drogon awaits your choice.
Let me write that sentence and I will give you words of wisdom.
Words of wisdom.
Beware, for what you say determines Sir Tibon and Urbeck's fate, and yours as well.
He's probably
It
feeling
does.
quite precious. Isn't he?
Very.
I'm so dead. Dead forever.
How are we gonna deal with that?
I rolled him 6 characters to choose from. There are options that he gets to choose from.
And one of them you may need to choose yourself because Sasha may also be dead.
Yes. Sasha asked to be released and given a moment so that she can make the correct preparations to contact Timot.
Drogon looks at you and he says, "No tricks."
No tricks.
He's already disarmed you, so he kindly doesn't really fear much from you.
Yeah.
He knows how low your hit point totals is as
Yeah.
well. He
How
knocked
does
her
he
out last
know?
turn, so he went
HP.
I call non-lethal.
non-lethal as well, so he knows, and he didn't actually heal her or anything.
Nope. So she makes a real show of setting up her candles and incense and
Sasha's like, I didn't hear no bell.
makes it look like she's attempting to commune with Timot.
Makes it look like.
For the first 10 minutes or
Sneaky
so,
bitch.
she's not really trying to commune at all. She's running through every possible outcome and seeing if there's any other way at all that she could possibly get through this
Doctor Stranging it.
and how she can bring back her friends.
Sorry, Marvel. Sorry.
Even Tibon.
More like Sherlock,
Please don't.
the Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock.
Oh, yeah.
Even Tibon, who is only trying to do what he thought was best. She thinks back on everything she's been through, from her humble beginnings as a child prodigy through to meeting the party. Every decision she's made based on the rhetoric that she lived with no real world experience, no living in the moment, and figuring out what she thinks is best from her own real world experiences. All she has experienced is what she has learnt with her friends, her party, the awkward bunch of people she calls family. And in that moment, she realizes what matters most of all. She reaches deep within her and tries to contact Timot. Timot, recently I had a crisis of faith. I reached out and you weren't there for me. I've been acting like a spoilt child. I now know I shouldn't always expect you to be there for me. But if you can be there for me, just this one moment, I'll ask nothing of you ever again. Can you take me for them? Save my friends. They don't deserve what I've forced upon them. They don't deserve what my idyllic views have put them through. Use my life force to save them. Please, Timot. They deserve so much more than I do. I can't even stick to my convictions.
That's it?
I feel like he pre-prepared that.
Yes, he did. I asked him to be prepared so that I had the
Could make
opportunity.
an outcome.
I had to write the outcome rather than try to plan for both, which is a waste of time. Timot appears, his divine light brightening up the gloom of the cavern that you're in. As expected of most gods of good, we'll put that in quotations.
Why is it in quotations?
It's in quotations.
Oh,
He comes to
that's so
answer the call of his faithful, to always help those in need. A warmth fills your forms, and by your I mean Sasha, Urbank, and Sir Tibon. Sasha is healed to full. Urbank and Sir Tibon are brought back from death with half their current maximum hit points.
Fuck yeah. Not dead.
At the sight of this,
Half rounded up or down.
half rounded down usually.
It's
I mean,
important
that's
because I'm on
it's
81.
only like one.
Watching all of this happen, Sasha is amazed that Timot has decided to help her. However, the war chief, Drogon, and the rest of the Duergar, they step back to watch this miracle. But they are strangely unafraid at facing such a divine being that could probably wipe them out for trying to harm Timot's preeminent high priestess.
Mhm. Well, that's
There is a rustle of movement from behind one of the stone walls. I should have set up the thing, never mind. From behind steps out Fiora Green and Song, the familiar fox-like creature you recall as a sneaky information broker from the gladiatorial pits of Kelnor.
Oh,
Anyone
that
remembers
guy!
that far back?
I remember that guy.
Of course you do. You're the he was.
Both of them are chanting an ancient spell unknown to Sasha. Drogon begins to join in. It is at that moment 3 spears of shadowy fire appear around Timot, your god. There is a look of surprise on the god's face as he realizes that he has no ability to do anything to counter this.
What?
But he's a god.
He is, but there are things that can fall gods as well, and he's not very strong. He's like a new god, kind of.
Well, we invented him, right?
Yeah, and if Sasha is like, yeah, we invented him, and if Sasha is his top
Follow up.
priestess follower,
Then that's not good.
that's not an indication of strength.
Ouch. Ooh.
Each spear of shadow stabs painfully into the deity that Sasha has called, going right
Sasha.
through the center of his body. The heat Sasha and Urbek feel around them is immense, and then the spears begin to melt into a tar-like substance to cover the paralyzed form of the god Timot. As the god is covered and turned into like pretty much a black sticky statue.
I'm unimpressed, DM.
But you are not there to witness.
Yeah, you don't see him.
No,
shit.
I'm unimpressed. Demal's not unimpressed. I'm unimpressed.
Song, the fox-like creature, exclaims in delight. And now Timot's power is ours. Fiora Green looks unemotionally before turning and leaving. She looks at the massive horned beast, the one that you are not sure what it is, but it's obviously a rhino, because Demal couldn't identify it. And she says, "Follow. It is very clear to you now that the creature is a pet of hers." Drogon looks at the remaining Duergar around him and he says, "Leave them. They are broken and beaten, and I want them to live and suffer by their choices. Their deaths here will not be satisfying." He goes on to say, "We will still need to capture the girl." And with that, he wipes his dirty warhammer on Sasha's fine cloak and just kicks her back as a final sign of disrespect. But I have a feeling she will come to us in time.
What the fuck is...
The 3 villains turn away, and together with the remaining Duergar, they follow Fiora and her rhinoceros. Pet rhinoceros. The tar-covered form of Timot, now unmoving, floats behind them, and eventually there is a familiar sound of the dimension door spells going off, and the 3 of you, are left in silence in the ruins of the cave. Urbeg and Sasha, what do you do?
Firstly, what does Tibin do about Fiora? Does he...
He sits there in shock. He is not sure what has happened. He realizes that he had died in the combat. He's obviously never died before, just like Urbeg.
Whoa, hang on.
But
Technically, he was undead for a while.
I've definitely died. Like, not full died.
Not full died.
Wait,
No, that's your first full death.
That's your first full death.
Being knocked
you've
out.
been full dead before.
Yes.
Wait, did you come back to life? in
She's
this?
been full dead
Are you
before.
back to life now, or are you still dead?
No, you're alive now.
I'm alive.
Okay, good.
For now.
Wait, what? No.
He seems to be trying to cope with the betrayal of his friend. And realizing that he was tricked into coming here.
What? Who? Tibin?
Yeah.
Who betrayed him?
Fire. He was here to rescue her as well, just like you were here to rescue Elno.
Okay.
So, for starters,
Yeah.
in true Urbag fashion,
Yes.
I find my booze.
You find your booze. You pick up your weapons, which are in a pile.
No, I'm not even worried about
Oh,
the
you don't even worry about
Just
weapons.
going straight for the straight for the alcohol.
You don't remember much about your time when you were dead. You just remember being surprised at someone you knew not being in character very much. But other than that,
My character's allowed to evolve.
Drinking.
it is.
I offer Tibin
Yes, Sir Tibban.
a drink.
He grabs it from your hands and he
I
says
say-
he gladly needs this.
I say, be careful, it's quite strong.
He says, worry not about me, worry about Fiora when I get my hands on her.
We remember what's in the never-ending flask, right? It's that gypsy booze.
Oh, was it the gypsy
Yep.
booze?
Yeah.
The alcohol hits him like a truck. And he starts being groggy and he goes back and sits down onto the ground.
I was like,
After picking up all his stuff.
I'm like, I told you.
Are we still talking about a god?
No.
No,
Tibon
Tibon is a
and
knight.
Timot.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Okay.
Tibon is a knight they met along the way. And he
Okay.
was trying to wipe out an orc village when these guys stepped in and managed to convince him not to.
John was there.
Uh,
Yeah.
no. He
Yes.
actually was at the outskirts of town. He didn't actually join in and watch the atrocities that this group.
What?
Because he was
okay.
super racist to orcs.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
So they didn't watch, but for some strange turn of events, they turned in the background what was supposed to be an enemy into a friend.
Kevin still doesn't understand how.
I don't know. They've made friends out of enemies and enemies out of friends. So, I mean, I enjoyed that everything is flipped a little bit.
It was because I was such a good homie with Tibin.
Yeah.
We were like
And
this.
Sasha kind of resolved it peacefully instead of getting into a fight. Because
Yeah, I remember.
Sasha wanted to save the orc village. Tibban wanted to wipe them out because orcs.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway,
Sasha,
yes.
kind of realizing that she knew this is what was going to happen.
Did she?
Well, she had a feeling there was a reason why they wanted her to use her one get out of jail free card.
Yep.
Kind of realizes that she's just sacrificed her god to save
He has. And
a couple of
what's
people's
gonna happen?
lives.
Yeah.
And what does that really say about her?
She's a shit priestess.
That's
After-
not true. He didn't have to come. It's on him. People make choices. Gods make choices too.
Yes, but that doesn't mean she's processed that part yet.
Also, isn't he all-knowing?
Yes and no.
So
Yes
he would have
and
known
no.
that there was a bunch of Dwagar there.
No, well, he's a lesser god, and the more followers, the more powerful you are, the more you know and are
Yeah.
aware of what's happening around your followers.
Sasha hasn't been spreading the word.
No, Sasha has been having a conflict of interests and wondering
And
if she
faith.
was on the right path and questioning her life's
Jo-
existence.
Join the faith of
Yeah.
Dionysus.
Join the faith of drinking.
So most of the again in inverted commas good gods are powered by the number of followers they have. So the fewer you, the more you have, the stronger you are. The fewer you have, the weaker you are. The
What
scope
about
of your
bad
ability.
gods?
Huh?
Is it the same with bad gods?
Same with evil gods. Like
Oh, evil gods, no. They have different ways of getting things. Some don't even have followers at all.
They just
No, they go off whatever their rhetoric is.
But the
How much
difference between
punishment
them
they
is if
inflict.
you ask an evil god for help, he probably won't come and help you.
But if you're like, I will give
Yeah.
you my soul, please.
yeah.
Do
So
this.
they do it not out of
what if you're chaotic
Helpfulness.
evil?
Oh, like
Alignment.
my spider goddess.
yeah, your spider goddess.
Yeah, but she was out for herself.
So if they're out for themselves, they'll help you if it fits within what they want.
Okay, so notice
But they're not gonna save
when
you.
dealing with evil gods, convince them that it's their idea.
Yes,
It's
or
like-
in their interest.
It's like working in corporate. Convince them it's their idea. Okay.
Well,
What?
well, it depends what the Sasha and Abek wish to do. If they don't wish to do anything, I can switch back to Damal,
Well, I look at Sasha. I'm like,
John.
well, that was
and
fucking
Eleanor.
weird.
I think we just need to leave.
Okay.
And Sasha just starts walking out.
Oh, she's so sad. Someone
Oh.
hug her.
You
No,
may
no,
roll
no.
a perception check.
I don't have the emotional intelligence to notice that she's sad.
Sasha is not perceiving.
Sasha's not perceiving. Sasha is stunned by
Sasha is
what she has done. Urbek, you may roll a
self-loathing.
perception check.
I will roll a perception check. Of.
Is Timid actually dead?
No, he's just
No,
sad.
that's
That's for the
been taken.
that's for the DM to know and us to
7.
try and figure out.
Yeah, I don't think he's dead.
We'll let your 7 slide. You hear the sounds of movement behind a low wall at the corner of the cavern.
The what? The sound.
So there's a low wall
Yeah.
because the interior of the cavern, part of it is an old dwarven outpost. So one of the walls behind it, you think you hear the sounds of something moving around. Not a rat, but something decidedly larger.
in the fashion of Damal, I say, halt! Who goes there? 'Cause
You hear a moan of pain, but aside from that, nothing.
Oh, okay.
I'm like,
Clearly not
Someone
dead
is
yet.
clearly injured behind that wall.
I look at Tibbin. I'm like,
Drunkenly, Tibbin draws his sword and says, I'm with you,
I'm like,
friend gnome.
I'm like, ah, fuck, that's right. So I walk over.
He wobbly
You made him
follows you, a little bit slow, so he's a little bit drunk now. You follow and you peer around the wall.
Yeah.
There you see Masood, the violent barbarian friend of Sir Tibbin, the other.
Yo!
He is tied up and he looks like he has been badly beaten.
Man, I untie that fella. He's my homie too.
You untie him, he kind of like tries to prop himself up, but he's unable to, so
Because I'm
he's
3
unable
foot
to
tall.
walk. Well, yes, and
Okay. I'm pretty sure I have some spell slots.
sure if you do.
So I chuck him.
You have like 2,
Yeah, I know I've got 2. Which.
which are good enough for healing word.
Yeah. So I chuck a healing word at him so he can walk.
Mm-hmm.
You also have 5 potions of healing.
Fuck the potions. I chuck a healing word at him. Oh. Nah, I chuck a healing word at him.
Check a potion at him.
Nah, fuck it.
They're expensive. Fuck
Do you know
randoms.
how much they cost?
Fuck randoms.
I do not.
Alright, so I chuck a healing word, 1d4 plus my spellcasting modifier, which I think is 16? Did we say?
5.
What?
That's your charisma.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, okay, so a d4 plus 5. Where's a d4? 6! He heals for 6
hit points. That's enough for him to be able to get on his feet.
Excellent.
And then he looks at you and he says, thank you. You're kind. He says, Fiora Green, she did something to me. My will was not my own. And I thank you for, I guess, healing me. He starts to cough. His throat is dry. And he says, water, please.
Oh, fuck, I don't have water.
You
Sa-
got
I'm like,
this.
I don't do water.
Sasha hands
Just
him.
give him
Oh.
some of that
Oh,
booze.
Sasha there. Okay. Sasha hands him and he
Oh,
takes
Sasha's got
a
water.
big gulp of his water and he says, he continues, I heard things. She mentioned losing a valuable spy in your group.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah, something.
Aisha.
Aisha, yeah.
Meanwhile, outside, what do Damal and John do with Eleanor? Eleanor's ready to go back inside.
Alright,
And
Eleanor.
since you are healed, she reckons you don't need the time to
Sounds
rest.
good, lady. Let's go.
The three of you walk cautiously towards the cave entrance.
How long does my stay last for? Because I want to
I think
maybe
it's like an hour.
I think it's a couple of hours.
I want to maybe pop the Durger.
Oh, the prisoner. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to pop him maybe on the steed.
Yeah, it should last
Just to
at least an
transport him.
hour. Yeah.
Yeah. Where do you want to head, Demal?
Back towards the cave to see if our companions are alright and how we might be able to help.
So by now you've summed up that Sasha and Urbek are still in the
Oh.
cave fighting enemies.
Yeah, and speaking of
That's
prisoner,
pretty much
definitely
together.
want to bring him with us so that he can answer about what the heck might have been going on.
What the
Yeah.
heck?
What the heck?
So
Who are
I'll
you?
put.
I know,
I'll
I'm feeling
put
very
the
like good tonight. I don't understand.
dark dwarf.
You tie the dark dwarf securely since he's already been tied and bound onto your steed.
Yeah.
However, you do realize that your steed cannot fit, like it's too tall to fit through that cave entrance, so you have to leave the steed outside.
Okay, that's fine. As long as we can get him there.
You get him to the entrance, and the two of you stand at the entrance. You hear the sounds of voices from within. You can hear something is going on. You can't make out the language or what exactly is spoken, but you do hear voices and movement inside.
Is
Go then,
the dark dwarf still unconscious?
Yeah, he's still
and-
unconscious.
And bound?
Unconscious and bound onto your steed.
Before we go in, I'm going to secure the prisoner as well as I can onto the steed.
Yep.
And that, I'm pretty good at that sort of shit.
So using your ropes.
Yeah, using my ropes. I got heaps and heaps of ropes.
Okay.
Oh, good.
You have
Mountains and
secured
mountains
him
of
there
rope.
as best you can.
You don't you just keep stuffing rope in your bag? Oh, there's some rope. I never know when we're gonna need that.
I've got silk rope, I've got normal rope, I've got some rope. It's good.
Some rope,
Some rope.
jump rope.
Okay, so he's tied up.
He's tied up.
You do hear voices from within.
I'm gonna
as well.
go and I'm gonna drop into stealth as well.
Okay, so you are stealthily walking.
Yeah.
John is following behind.
I'm
And full play.
I'm
Clank.
I'm not stealthy in any way.
Here's
you
a
could
question,
you could
John.
try.
Do you want me to go ahead and you wait while I stealth check, or do you want to come with me and I just don't bother?
Yeah, if you could scout ahead.
Okay, I scout ahead and stealth check.
You scout ahead and stealth check. We won't really need you to go any stealth rolls. Eventually you make it back into the outpost section of the caves.
Mm-hmm.
Which is where we are, right?
At this point, yep, you see them. So you see Demal and not Demal, Sasha, Tibon, and Urbek kneeling beside someone who's on the ground, wounded, and they're like kind of giving him aid and water.
Cool.
Wouldn't they recognize by the size of him who it is?
They would, but because of the
'cause we're
layout
blocking
of the
him.
thing,
Yeah.
they can kind of just peer over like a small wall, so he's on the ground.
I unstealth, say hi, and I'm like, hang on, I left some stuff, and I go back and I tell the people about what's going on.
Okay. So you mention it to Eleanor. Eleanor is super relieved and she rushes in to go give Urbeg and Sasha a hug, glad that they are not dead.
Yo.
Yo.
Okay, so together,
I don't-
what do you should do?
Well, first I'm like, I died.
Oh, you did you?
That was wild.
Can we
Look what we
do this
got.
conversation
Still
at
alive.
at the entrance?
Huh?
We'll just say we're doing this conversation at
Oh,
the
you
entrance.
can do this conversation and just so you gather up your stuff, you gather up your friends, your drunkard night.
Quick question.
Yes.
What time of day is it?
So you arrived here close to midnight. We'll say the entire encounter took maybe almost an hour, so you maybe 1 a.m.
Okay.
Hey
So,
guys, look what we've got.
Oh,
a
So
long
we're-
rest?
another thing I need to point out. John, you feel that there is something weird about Sir Tibon. You don't know what it is, but at the core of your being, you don't seem to feel like you'll get along with him.
I've got
It's like
I've got a divine sense which lets me
what is your divine
know the
sense?
location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet.
Is it a pinpoint or is it a radar? Cause like hers is like
I think it's a radar.
a radar ping.
I'm I'm not totally sure. I assume it's some kind of radar.
I don't think it's a pinpoint. I think it's just a radar.
Do you
No,
wish
it
to
is.
use that ability?
It's a pinpoint.
Oh, it's an actual pinpoint.
Within 60 feet of you.
You can
It is
use-
not behind total cover.
You
Ooh.
You
can
also
use-
detect the presence of any consecrated or desecrated place or object. You can use this feature a number of times equal.
What were the
blah, blah,
things
blah,
you will be
charisma
able to
modifier.
detect?
Celestial fiend or undead.
Yes. I can use this feature a number of times equal to 1 plus my charisma.
He is celestial, isn't he?
He
His
is
character.
steed.
His steed
He
is
is,
celestial.
he is part celestial himself.
But can he detect celestial if he were to detect himself?
He can detect other like he
I'm
detects
pretty sure
other,
he discerned it was him.
Okay,
like it
I'm
almost
pretty sure I know
it
it
auto
was-
tunes himself out.
okay, so he under, but
Yeah.
he would fall under celestial, correct?
Yes.
You detect fiend.
Ooh.
Oh, can I?
Oh yeah, you
Okay.
can pinpoint. You detect that Sir Tibon is of fiendish blood.
Oh,
Are you like? Oh.
But
man.
more than that, aside from just detecting
Oh, damn.
fiend, you kind of feel that he is somewhat in opposition to you. Like I was gonna say, like the opposing poles of a magnet.
So if he's celestial,
Spicy.
that's a demon.
oh, okay.
Whoa. What's the opposite of a paladin?
So we're all
Warlock.
together at the moment at
Yeah.
the entrance. of
Yeah,
the-
and he's looking at you in the
You
same
can be
way. He
evil
knows. He knows what you are, Tommy.
Oh,
And
okay.
John, he knows what John is.
Are they
Um,
going to introduce John and Sir Tibin? Oh,
They've never met.
by the way, Sir Tibin, this is our friend John. John, this is our friend Sir Tibin.
John's
So-
a paladin.
We're all on the same side. John's a paladin.
So I kind of can I just take everyone aside from
I don't
So-
think you can.
Sir Tibin?
I don't think there's an aside. It's like everyone come over here. You stay over there.
And his barbarian friend.
Why does the
I'm
barbarian
gonna
feel
try.
so?
Can I?
Well, so the barbarian's
can I do-
joining John.
Why not?
Okay.
He said everyone except.
Everyone huddles close and they go. Yeah. I mean, I guess unless they don't want to huddle close.
We're all got masks on. It's fine.
So can I do that? Can I take everyone aside and just leave?
You
Sir
can.
Tibin?
Sir Tibon is like half drunk anyway, so he doesn't care.
He's
He's a little
he's
bit
in a
sloshed,
super
like,
happy
Are you
Yes.
going to offer
Good
more
job
alcohol to Sir
getting him
Tibin?
drunk.
no,
But-
no, because
like I said, when you glance at him, you both share a look like you both know something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I share what I know with
So what do you know
that he's
Say the things.
of what origin?
Pretend we're in the room.
celestial
No, the other one.
slash
No, you know you
Demonic?
are celestial.
He's
He's
fiendish.
fiendish.
He is
fiendish.
Yeah.
Yes, so I
You
share
fiend.
that. I share that with the group.
Okay.
Okay, he's been helping us from here. So either he's a okay demon or we're on the wrong freaking path, man.
With the,
I'm, I being me and having no tact whatsoever, turn to him, which is odd because I have the highest charisma in the group.
Yes.
I'm like, Tibin, you a fiend?
Persuasion.
Persuasion. I
Persuasion.
have to persuade him to jump.
Yeah.
15.
He does have penalties because he's a little bit drunk. Okay. He says.
I think Urbeg actually has other stuff that he can use to make it easier.
Oh, does he?
He
Does he
does,
wish to
yeah.
use his other stuff to make it easier?
Oh, do I have what other
You
stuff?
do.
I'm just
You're
looking.
smart, charismatic man.
That
Also-
was with that was 15 with plus 13
Whilst
persuasion.
this is happening, I take a
Yeah.
look at the dude
I
on
can't
the
use mine
horse
about it.
Yeah.
though.
and make sure he's out enough.
Your
He's still
mental
currently
of inspiration.
unconscious unless he's a really good actor.
Doesn't that help?
Okay.
But he is unconscious.
Like
He's
he
been smacked-
definitely looks unconscious.
Yeah, he's been smacked quite hard by John.
Okay, cool.
But
I'm gonna
it
keep my
takes
eye on
ages
it.
to cast.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, that's my moment right now. Is I'm gonna
When
just
you join-
keep my perception on him.
You do see.
That might take a while. I know you've got to do a lot of performance stuff to do a lot of your other stuff.
We'll save time and say.
Nah. It's enthralling.
We'll save time, and he admits to you. He says, "Yes, I do have some infernal blood in me.
Infernal.
Just like I can tell your friend has some celestial blood in him."
Yeah, no, he does.
I mean, there's a difference, so.
What are your intentions towards us,
I
man?
don't speak infernal anymore.
Sasha will cut in at this point
Oh,
and
Yeah.
say that Tibin has done nothing but help us.
I just, I've
We
never spoken to a
received
fiend.
help from the Spider Queen,
Yeah. Which was weird.
Oh.
which was weird, but just because of someone's heritage doesn't define their actions,
Oh, we're going down this path.
and his actions have spoken
Truly towards us.
doing what he believes is right. Look at how we resolved the orc incident.
I just never knew he was a fiend.
Does it impact your ability to function as like a lawful good person, or
Does
do
it
we
not?
need to be worried?
You okay?
You good?
I'm just gonna step out.
Okay.
For a moment.
down the wrong hole.
Should we mute the mic?
Okay. Well, out of game, I'd like to point out something a little bit funny. Sasha also had, not Sasha, Aisha also had fiendish blood in her.
Yeah, look, I was gonna
That's-
mention
yeah,
Aisha,
That's
Yeah.
why I was like, I don't
Yeah.
but like what I'm concerned about is like, oh, what if he knows about where Aisha is because of this fiendish blood?
You
That's
good?
also a possibility.
Yeah.
Let us
Okay.
know if you need anything.
Just need a bit of
Just open the door.
oxygen.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah, you're welcome to go outside too, dude.
Yeah, you can go outside. You can remove your mask.
Just don't yell at clouds or anything.
Or do, but like away from people.
So Aisha also had fiendish blood.
Aisha also had fiendish blood.
Okay, so
Wait, is that
Aisha's
why there was
not-
always a fiend around?
Well, no. No, I didn't do that. Like, I asked whether you could tune certain things out, and you guys said yes, so I would not count it. I would not count Aisha
Because
as
he would have
part of
known
fiend.
that Aisha was part fiend.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
Aisha
He would know
was...
how to, it's like, no, we won't count that one.
okay, cool.
Ah.
So Tiban looks at you with newfound respect at your acceptance. He says he agrees the actions of a person are more important than what they are descended from. He appreciates Sasha standing up for him. So you can see that his friendship does extend to be genuine.
I mean, I am a drow, so like I
Yeah,
can't
so
really
you would
dra-
know
I
as
can't
well.
Are you
really
also a
judge.
Yeah.
fiend?
No, I'm a dark elf, so
We
I'm-
can't use that.
I can because I'm the person.
Oh. I'm not sure that makes it okay.
It does.
I think.
It does.
I would like on the record that John doesn't still fully trust.
Oh yeah, that's fine. That was intentional.
This is where you find out that Sasha isn't actually a sorcerer,
Yeah.
and she's actually a warlock and has been the whole time.
Didn't we know that?
Yeah, you knew
Isn't
that.
that actually a thing?
What?
Is that actually a
The
thing?
thing is, it's extra impactful for John because your celestial nature is kind of diametrically opposed to an infernal. So you can sense them, and like you don't like them.
At
No,
all.
Yeah, at all.
It's like a cat seeing
And
a dog.
I don't.
Yeah, it's like
I
cats in
don't.
the
I
dog.
don't. I don't
Thing.
really.
Yeah, you don't know him.
I
Yeah.
don't know him.
You heard the stories of how he tried to wipe out the orc village, which you agree with.
Which?
Yeah, because for some reason you hate orcs. Even
Oh,
though
yeah.
humans are space orcs.
Spirit swords.
Regardless of that, although I do agree with his intentions,
Yeah.
I still
Yeah, so there is,
do not
yeah, I can
trust
understand.
them.
Yeah.
You fiend.
Okay, so I'd like to make it my primary job to keep an eye on the prisoner,
Yes.
and like the minute he awakes, question the shit out of him.
I'd
Yeah.
like to make it my primary job to propose that we have a full rest.
Is
Do you
this-
wish to have full
Right,
rest?
right now, outside a cave.
Outside
in
the
middle
cave leading deeper into the Underdark.
You got a
in-
tiny hut?
in my house.
Wait, at least with the Underdark.
Okay, so the cave is part of a entrance the dwarves use.
Around the corner though.
Yeah,
Um,
like around
and it
behind
goes
the
deeper
door,
into
up
the
against the
mountain,
wall,
into the
behind the bush.
Underdark.
Yeah.
But
Oh.
where these guys were fighting was an old dwarven outpost that has long since been ruined, so it was one of their guard posts at the entrance.
Okay.
It does lead deeper into the Underdark, and that's why they had to get to the dwarves before they could get even deeper and things would be worse.
So we go around the corner.
Yeah.
Find a secluded spot to put
Yeah.
my fortress door.
Yep.
And then set up the fortress door
Yeah.
and go inside the fortress door.
So Tiban and Masood are hesitant to walk into your strange fortress. What do you say to convince them if you wish to?
I'm
We're
like-
going in.
I'm just like,
Wait, what?
well, I mean, you can stay out here with all the Dragar if you want.
Yeah, but he says explain what is this strange contraption, magical thing that you have summoned.
I
Ah!
also have the same question.
No, you've been in it before.
Oh, okay.
But explain it. To
He's
them
allowed to still
anyway.
have the same
Has
question.
he?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
Okay, I'll
Okay.
take your word
So-
for it.
I too will take your word for it.
So look, short story.
Yeah.
It's an extra dimensional space. My uncle gave it to me. It's pretty sick. Don't go upstairs.
They look at you
No,
in
into the
puzzlement.
Don't go into the attic.
Okay, then they agree. We will not set foot into any room that you forbid us from going into.
Ace, do I need to roll a...
Nope, it just happens.
Oh, it just happens, yeah. So
Oh,
you
okay.
go in, you close the door behind you.
Yeah.
I believe the steed can go in as well. We've established that was big enough.
Okay.
Yeah, because you have brought in horses before.
Yeah.
So the doorway is big enough. The steed can go in.
I think we decided
it-
there was some bullshit because the steed was celestial, so it could
Yeah, it couldn't. There was some
like a-
weird thing where it
No, it's,
disappeared.
Is
the
it-
the
is
fortress door is actually a literal like.
Oh, it's like
big
it's a
fortress
fortress-sized door. Yeah, that's right.
Is the steed still around though? Like, has it not?
No, it's
Yeah.
still there. It's still there. There's a unconscious dark dwarf tied onto it.
It'll time out, and then the unconscious
you
dark
just-
dwarf
Will
will
be on the floor. Yeah.
Yeah, I can emphasize with that.
Alright, so you all entered. Urbek closes the door behind him,
Yeah.
and now in relative safety and warmth,
You have a
Um,
full rest.
you take a full rest. During the full rest,
Rekindle your spells.
Are we totally sure that that dwarf is not gonna be able to
recover. Well, we don't know.
recover?
I can make some rolls during the rest, unless
Um,
someone
Yeah,
wishes
that's
to like
what I'm
kind of stare at
concerned
him.
about.
Does anyone want to take the first shift watching this guy, or do we want to try and wake him up somehow
You said you were
first?
gonna make it your responsibility to keep.
Well,
an
yeah,
eye
but
on
I
him.
need a rest too. I only need 4 hours, so I can nap for the first 4. And someone who's not got much of a
Nap for
problem
the
right
first
now
4.
might be able to watch him.
You
While
watch.
I'm not.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I
take
mean-
responsibility, but I'm gonna nap for the
I don't
first
have-
4 hours.
That much damage, so yeah, we could do a shift.
Yeah, you can do a
Do you
shift.
want to go first, or do you want to go second?
I'll go first.
Okay, cool. I am gonna nap for 4 hours.
Elnor decides to stay up and watch the guy with John.
Wait, because she's got full hit points, hey?
Almost full. Yes.
Full spell slots?
She doesn't really have that many spell slots, but yes, full spell slots.
She ain't done shit all.
Yeah, well, hey, whoa,
Scaredy
whoa,
cat.
whoa,
She
whoa,
turns
whoa,
to
she's
Sasha
been through a lot.
and says, "May I examine the sword?"
Defending the NPC.
Because Sasha picked up the sword
Life cutter.
when Elnor was taken.
I feel like it was. Wait, the purple one.
What?
Not my sword.
No, not yours. You have a dagger.
Right.
It was the sword that they plucked up from the tree.
Look, I made a new version of it.
It's a nice version of sword.
Yeah.
You hand her the sword. She begins to examine it and try to figure out how it works, while helping John watch the unconscious dwarf. During your rest, you can do. Do you have to be fully asleep, or can you do?
It's just
Low
8
stress
hours.
things.
8 hours of doing nothing, pretty much. Like low stress.
Yeah.
Not walking anywhere.
You watch Tiban and Masood go off into the corner, and they seem to be having a discussion. Masood obviously being the more aggressive in that discussion, and you make up sounds that saying, "I should tell them. They should know what I know."
Oh shit.
Oh,
Sounds dramatic.
oh.
Does
I will wait until they're willing to
John
talk.
hear that?
Yes, John does hear that.
Who else hears that?
Roll
perception.
How
Roll
percep-
perception.
How
No, no, no,
perceptive am
I'm
I when
asleep.
I'm asleep?
You are asleep, so you don't hear that.
I
We'll say
am
John
asleep
hears that,
on
Sasha
my-
hears that.
Cool.
Sasha is going
Just
to
for
wait.
clarity,
Yes.
we removed all of the skeletons from all the beds a
Yes.
long time ago, so
Yeah.
just, Mikasa, Tsukasa.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good to know.
But I
Yes.
thought anything you took out from the room magically reappears back in the room.
Not living... not organic material, I think.
Anything that's organic,
I
or
can-
anything you take from the place disappears
Yeah.
when
And
you
goes
try
back.
and try and take it out.
Yeah.
It doesn't
So you can't take out
necessarily
the
go.
skeleton.
It doesn't necessarily go back.
Oh, okay, so it just disappears.
Yeah.
So you can clear out the place,
Yeah,
but you don't get the things.
but you
that
can't take the things out.
Yeah.
You can bring things in and leave things in there,
Okay.
but you can't take things out.
When it disappears, anything that's living
It's
is
kicked out.
expelled.
Ah.
Except Bob,
Yeah.
for some reason.
When you say expel, do you mean they just cease to exist?
No, they just get turfed out.
Oh, okay.
Well,
You sound
we
disappointed.
think. It's never happened yet.
All
No,
right.
it has happened.
No.
Currently, as you are starting your rest, the
Does
first
John
shift-
say anything when he hears?
I don't know. Does he want to say anything? It's up to John.
Remind me what I heard.
So you hear Tibbon and Masood, his barbarian friend, having a small argument, with the barbarian seemingly wanting to tell the party something, and Tibbon going like, it's dangerous, or like trying to dissuade him from revealing too much.
Okay, I
So
don't.
you hear that.
I don't say
You are
anything.
not sure what the subject is.
I'm not.
Keeping in mind, you hate Tibbon.
Well, he
Yes.
doesn't hate. He
Well,
kind of feels
I just
animosity.
don't trust
yeah.
them.
and he is currently talking about not telling us stuff.
I don't say anything.
Man, if
But
it was me and I
during-
hated them, I'd be like, tell me you fuck.
Since Dumal is doing the second
Sleeping.
shift
Yes.
during our changeover, or
Oh no, we're not there yet. No, we're not there yet.
You're gonna wait till you get there.
Yeah.
Oh.
So on your first shift, are you doing anything?
no, I'm not doing anything
Make a
immediately.
perception roll.
Oh shit.
Oh, dang.
What
I
is
think it's
that?
a
It's a
plus
10.
0.
It's a 10, and we're adding on.
No.
So perception is under wisdom. I'm sure we've established it's a plus 0.
Yep, so it's a 10.
But you did say Eleanor was watching with him.
Eleanor has made a roll as well. Neither of them noticed that the Duergar has regained consciousness. He
Right.
opens his eyes and peeks out at you.
Oh,
Whoops.
so I just continuously don't notice?
You don't notice until the Duergar uses one of his psychic abilities, which he has attempted to use on the party in the previous fight, and he successfully pulls it off on Eleanor.
Oh.
Oh, dang.
Eleanor fails to resist his ability, and she begins swinging her sword wildly in a berserk confusion.
Somebody's bound to notice that.
Yes, because John, who is the closest, gets hit by the sword. However, the sword life cutter passes right through John, not harming him at all.
fuck?
But you are just
Don't-
shocked that
I-
kid,
I don't know
teenage
how you
kid,
Does
Has-
interpret
Does
that.
Sasha see
Swung.
this?
depends on like how is Sasha resting. If she's asleep,
Well,
like
she was watching them have their conversation.
or she was watching them. Yes, Sasha sees this then, and Sasha realizes based on remembering what dwarves were capable of, they were capable of a psychic ability that forced anyone to attack the closest thing.
In an out of character state, Sasha stands up.
Yep.
Grabs her sword out.
Yep.
And plunges it deep into the Duergar.
Yo!
God damn it.
I won't even
Sasha.
bother rolling damage because he's like
Why?
He's bound.
Why?
yeah. No, to hit, he definitely hits, but I won't ask him to roll damage. He's like,
Because he's just
Um,
gonna straight kick. Like he's on 2 or something.
Why?
Sasha is a paladin of vengeance.
Why,
She's also a
Why
vegetable.
do you
Paladin
wanna
know
sorcerer
what's going
wolf.
on?
Two things
She
happen.
can be.
The teenage girl that you're meant to protect starts swinging around her sword, and the sword passes harmlessly through you. Were you wounded at all?
No.
It doesn't sound like it.
So you were not wounded.
Oh no, he took 12 HP.
Oh.
Oh yeah, he lost 12.
Oh.
Initially,
Yeah.
yeah.
I had yeah.
You gain back 6 out of that 12.
Wait,
Oh,
Wait,
damn.
again?
It's a
You
healing
have
sword.
healed back 6 of the 12 as the sword passes through you.
Wow.
Okay.
And at the same time, you see Sasha get up, the look of vengeance and determination on her face, and she plunges her sword with the flame on or off.
On.
With the
course.
flame on,
Flame on!
right through the
Ow.
Duergar who is tied up on the back of your steed, cutting through him
Screw you, Sasha.
like a hot knife through butter.
I just want to point out, I sleep through the whole thing.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I'm asleep.
The
How did you
Duergar,
roll?
I didn't need to roll anything, I just didn't bother him because any amount of damage you rolled, this would have killed the thing, and
Yeah,
it
yeah.
wouldn't be non-lethal because his sword's on fire.
Non-lethal flaming sword damage.
Cutting through the Duergar violently and just ending his life.
Ah.
Does that stop the curse?
The
Oh
mind
yeah, it stops
control.
the ability.
Yeah.
But the ability is like a one-off. It hits you.
Concentration check. He fails.
I guess I'm gonna go to sleep.
Because he's dead.
then.
Yeah, sure.
You're just like, oh well, he's dead. I'm gonna go to sleep. I like it. Good.
So, is it
Lack
4
of
hours yet?
fucking
'Cause
everything. No, you're still asleep.
Sasha
Well,
will take some time to check
I don't
on
know.
Eleanor looks horrified, but she's glad that
She didn't
what she has
kill-
done has not harmed her friend John.
we learned something. That's
You
cool.
have learned something.
Life cutter heals
Um,
people.
Sasha will explain what happened.
Actually,
Like, as far as
Who is she explaining to?
to Eleanor.
Yeah, okay. So
'Cause,
Eleanor
like,
doesn't
although
understand.
she did it, she
Yeah.
might not fully understand what she did.
Yeah,
and
because
why
she's in
she
a
did
state
it.
of like confusion because that's the ability. She says, and the sword did what?
actually, I think John is gonna stay awake for the 4 hours.
Because he
and
said he would.
So the
then-
remaining first shift.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, you can.
And then I'm going to wake up Demal and tell her what happened.
And can you do it in 4 hours? So I've had a full rest?
Yeah, he said
Yeah, he
that.
said 4
Oh,
hours.
good,
The
good,
full.
Cool.
You don't get your full rest until 8 hours.
No, it's not
But
true.
you've done your 4 hours of rest.
Yeah, so it's
No,
4
I
and
get-
then you do 4.
I get
Okay.
it.
So I won't get a full
You only
rest
need to
then.
sleep for 4.
You will because
You have to
you
have
are.
the 8
So
hours.
imagine the night being the rest
It's
period
happens.
being cut
I
into
don't- I
3
disagree.
parts.
No,
You
you
only
only
need
need
to
4
rest
hours
for
of
2
sleep
of
and
those
you go
3
into a
parts.
meditative state.
Prove
Oh,
it.
okay.
Yeah.
That's D&D.
Okay.
But prove it.
It's true.
I always thought my
No.
character only needed 4 hours and then she was good
Of
to go.
sleep.
Yeah.
Everyone else needs more.
I know.
But it's the sleep. Sleep is not all it takes to have a long rest. You have to physically do nothing for an 8-hour period. Normal rest, long rests are like 10 hours.
I mean, when I was keeping an eye on the dwarf, I wouldn't be active at all.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't. But it doesn't count as rest because you're trying to maintain.
You're
being
actively
alert.
trying to
Yeah,
maintain
you're
being
actually
alert.
actively doing something.
I mean, I would have just been sitting
that a
around.
drow
Yeah,
thing
you'll be
or-
sitting around as well.
It's a drow
Yeah,
thing.
Ranger thing.
It's a draft thing.
Nah, it's like an elf thing.
yeah it's an elf
Yeah.
thing. In any case, all of you have your rest. When everyone kind of wakes up or whenever they're doing the shift, they wake up and they see a slaughtered dwarf lying upon your
Oh no, I've
steed.
pushed
Okay,
him out,
I would
I've
just
pushed him out
like
the
I
door.
would just like to
Oh, you
jump
push him
in
out door.
and say elves do not need to sleep. Instead, they meditate deeply for 4 hours a day.
Yep, we know that.
Oh.
Yeah. An elf can get the benefit of a long rest in only 4 hours. But the 4 hours only applies to not being exhausted. 8 hours is still required to get the benefits of a long rest. So, do I just for the last 4 hours just
Do
chill?
nothing.
Yeah, you can just do
Okay.
nothing.
Make tea, journal,
Whereas everybody else needs like 6 hours of sleep and 2 hours of doing nothing.
go
Okay.
Bob Ross on it.
Oh, man,
You've
can
gotten
I?
rid of the body. I think by then your steed is gone as well.
Yeah, I think it would
So
have been.
aside from like a little bit of a blood stain and a burn mark on the ground,
Make poison.
So yeah, I'd
nothing.
just let Damal know, then I'll just go and.
Yep. So you let Damal know that Sasha has ended.
Damal is
the-
gutted and pissed at Sasha. Sasha, why? God.
Airbag feels indifferent about the dead Dwago.
Sasha looks
I'm like,
at,
oh, I'm surprised that didn't happen earlier.
Sasha looks at Damal
Yeah.
and says he tried to hurt Eleanor.
Are you okay, Sasha?
No.
No.
Wait.
Do you need a hug?
So
There's some
currently,
weird shit
the
going
only
on
people
here.
that knew what happened in the cave is Urbek,
Yep.
Sasha,
And Tibon.
Tiban,
And Masood.
maybe Masood.
Kind of.
Yeah,
What-
kind of. Yeah. They have not told you what
Nope.
Sasha did. Yeah.
Nope.
Oh,
Do you need
about
a hug,
the-
Sasha?
Sasha is not talking about it either.
What's wrong? Do you want a hug? No.
You have noticed something has changed in Sasha.
Wait,
Yeah.
what the heck did Sasha do? Or should I not know that?
No, well, John wouldn't know that.
John doesn't.
Yeah, John
know.
wouldn't know that. John would know by as much as Jamal.
And it'll only be Urbag or Tibon that says anything.
Yeah.
Does Tommy know what Sasha did?
I do not.
So Sasha got her god killed.
No.
Or what we
Captured.
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 By
right.
summoning her
And
god
asking
in
him-
an hour of need.
For her in
Oh,
her
that's
hour.
right. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm catching up.
Cool. Okay, well, I'm gonna do Damal things like make poison and. Can I look at this blade and figure out what it is without hurting someone?
Unfortunately, you can't unless you've got someone who can identify it magically.
None of us can.
And I-
Because
no one can
you've
identify
gone
magic.
as far as knowing what it's made of,
Yeah,
roughly how old is it, and the fact that it is magical.
but I don't know what it does.
Yeah, you don't know what
Can
it
I
is.
get a random piece of cloth and like cut with it? and
You
see what
can, but it won't. Like doing that doesn't activate anything. So I would tell you like you try to do that and nothing happens out of the ordinary.
I can.
I get my rat out and have a good chat.
I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
you
We're
don't
having a
have
good
that spell.
conversation.
You have the rat has the rat says, when do I get to meet other rats?
it's wanting to socialize.
Yeah,
It's lonely.
because this lot doesn't care about rats.
Mine.
Whoa,
divine
hey, I
sense.
feel like I'd get along fine with rats.
You could, but you've never made the approach to
Hey,
talk to
hey,
the
ratty rat, you want to chat to my friend the
Wait, is your name
Huh?
Ratty?
player?
Rat? Is that the name of your
Wait,
rat?
did you fucking just... Oh...
Wait, what are you?
She just called me a
I
half.
keep forgetting.
She's what? Oh yes, the same mistake I make all the time.
I keep forgetting. What are you?
A gnome!
Ah, do you want to meet my friend the gnome? He's pretty cool. Likes drinking. You might get along. Okay, my rat's name is Ratty Rat.
Your rat's name is Rat.
Really? Not
Yeah.
like Mickey?
Nope,
Um,
I'm going full juvenile
Yes,
on it.
what do you
Ratty
have?
Rat.
Splinter?
What does John have?
my divine sense
That's what John
lets
has.
me detect the presence of any consecrated or desecrated place or object.
Oh man, you're the
That
tech
would,
Bob.
that would have popped up before.
Oh yeah, that would have popped up before.
So
When
does
you
that
use
help
it.
with the
Not
sword?
with her.
Nah.
You have locate objects, you do not have identify.
It doesn't help with what, with identifying the sword.
But what does it do?
It doesn't detect any consecration or desecration
Does it
where
detect
he is
any
right now.
creatures?
He's done the creature one already. Although I cannot answer to the thing in the attic because I have no knowledge of what that one does. So whether that pings on his sense, that is not up to me.
I don't.
Is it up to Shay?
I think it's up to Shay. Shay knows the secret.
Shay created it.
Yeah,
Oh, right,
he created. So like, yeah, that one is
What does it do
eventually
again?
in frustration after you guys
Well,
have rest.
it can't, it's not organic, because otherwise it gets expelled from the door.
So but it could be a demon, right?
It could be spectral.
Could be undead.
I can also
Undead
detect.
doesn't count as organic.
I can detect undead too.
I can detect undead.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my ability. While I'm
Well,
here.
as far as I know, I don't.
So second DM Shay.
Second DM Shay, would they actually detect any undead in this dimensional? Shay says no.
No, don't undead.
Oh.
Anything else? Because I can do
But you're just trying to figure out what Bob is.
aberration, celestial, dragon, elemental, fae, fiend, undead. Is he any of those?
Nope.
Okay,
There you go.
some good news.
Now you know.
Well, you obviously detect celestial.
Oh, did you just message Kevin what it is? This is some bullshit fucking inside DM information.
Crap.
Alright, so eventually after your rest, you can tell that the disagreement between Tiban and Masood gets a little bit more heated, and Masood says, I believe that I can trust them, and I will tell them what I know.
Yo.
He strides
hear
over
that.
to you.
And I'm like, yo, what's up, Masood?
He says, for saving my life, or for helping me after that battle, he says, I do have a bit of important information for you.
Oh, snap.
So, when Fyra had me under her thrall, it was a spell that perhaps the same was used on your other friend, the one that's not here right now. He says, right, when Fyra was meeting with that fox creature, she kept saying crazy things about the time of the gods being over. She also mentioned wanting to be part of an organization called the Five Eyes. She wanted to use her mastery over nature magic to shape all things once the fifth horseman has cleansed the world. The fifth horseman.
Oh, that's right. We talked about the fifth horseman like ages ago, right?
Yeah.
And the 5 eyes.
He says, and he looks at you and he says, that sneaky fox person, I don't know what his name is, and that dark dwarf, I think they are both part of it in a deeper way. However, Fyra isn't. She isn't part of their inner circle. She still does what they command, but she is also ambitious and wants to go off on her own. He takes a breath. This one, he points at Eleanor. They really want to stop this one from reaching the capital city of Vasa, but they fear killing her, for her death might cause undue retribution. They didn't think I was paying attention to them. They assumed I was a dumb barbarian, but I know where they meet. I know where they're hiding out, and it could be where they are taking your Timot. And he kind of mentions that to Sasha, so I don't know whether the rest can pick up on that.
Well, I mean, I was there, right?
Yes.
So
Am I
know.
listening to this?
Yes, you are. It could be where they are taking your Timon. He says, you have to forgive Tiban. He does not want to put you all in further danger because he thinks that it's not something you can handle given the events of the most recent encounter.
John still doesn't really believe that to be true.
Okay, well, hearing what John says and also reminding the party, I pull out the things that we found back at the Cucumber Village in the witch's chest.
Yes, and what are those things?
Yeah, you've got a lot to catch up
You
on.
got a lot to catch on. So, they
So-
went to an island in the middle of nowhere and found a cucumber village. Or rather, they found this giant tree of life, but it was a tree that was spreading
Cucumbers.
sentient cucumbers that when you consume them, they forced you into a life of pacifism. So you couldn't attack anything, but nor could you be harmed. So you were effectively
That's
like
thing,
a
really freaking
Yes.
strange.
Yeah, this is the wonderful mind of Kevin.
It might be a bit much to absorb all in one go, so don't worry about it.
yes,
if you
yes,
don't,
yes.
like,
Many,
can't
many
absorb it.
strange and wonderful things have happened.
so Tommy, your homework for this week is watch the campaign from episode 1. Tell us how boring or not.
Episode 1.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna watch
No, from 1.
24 episodes.
Can I
I
do
mean,
the thing?
I've
What
been
thing?
there for
Oh.
most of them.
Right, do the thing.
Okay, so, just reminder, wise man, she comes for the tree and will not be alone. Her protectors must be fed from the tree of life. Only then will they speak with one voice. Do not be concerned about undue casualties. They will not be missed. The child is not to be harmed, When you have secured the target, send word and directives to proceed will be issued. Our work is important. We will be free, obey and be rewarded. And it is a hand with 5 digits and an eye.
The 5
in the
eyes.
middle.
Is that what you said? The 5 eyes?
Yes, that is what
So
we
this
have mentioned.
may be relevant. The other one is my spies tell me the child lives in Freeport.
That's
The
only
easiest
2
way
eyes.
to find her is to convert one of the city's notable protectors to our
If I
side.
could figure
Listen,
that one out. Sorry,
this
sorry,
is
sorry,
important.
sorry.
My spies tell me that the child lives in Freeport. The easiest way to find her is to convert one of the city's notable protectors to our side. I have made certain arrangements to capture one of them. The rest is up to you. I await word of our success. We will be free.
You were actually part of that capture mission.
The specific symbol above of the hands points to eyes on different digits. So I'm assuming they come from different people.
Where did this information come from?
From a previous campaign in a chest on a witch's.
Well, it's
in
the
a
same
witch's hut.
campaign.
Right.
Same campaign, but a couple of.
They found it hidden
Missions ago.
in a witch's hut. Her
About
belongings
15
had
episodes
these messages.
That wasn't that long ago.
Interesting.
More like 4.
I
Yeah,
don't
but
know.
it was still like.
So I've
9
left it
months.
kind of open to how the party, because obviously they've been here since like episode 1, so they would try to figure out what some of these things mean. I don't know if they figured it out, so that's between them and you.
Look, I doubt that we figured.
I figured
Yeah,
shit all out, but it feels like it's related.
But
So-
we've got to get. So it sounds like we have to get Eleanor to Vasa, which is where the big iron ships come from.
Correct. However, the big iron ships, that is one of your objectives. The other objective, the barbarian can tell you where Timot might have been taken.
Oh, yo, split the party. I mean, what? No,
What?
no. Okay, so we
Hey Sasha, how much do we care about Timot?
lots apparently.
Timot, who sacrificed himself to bring back Urbag.
This is
and-
Damal being an asshole again. How much
Timot.
do we care about Timot?
So Sasha's gone full My Chemical Romance. Fucking.
Yeah. A god that
Welcome
used his
to the
powers
Black
to
Parade.
bring 2 people back to life.
Oh, I get it. We gotta go save Timot. Right? Where's Timot?
And answered a promise or a gift that he gave Sasha for being a good follower,
Yeah.
because that's how she got the ability to do that in the first place.
Yeah.
So
If we saved him, he could help us.
Eleanor, you want to come?
All we
I
need
agree.
is a fast way to get to Vasa. If him or any of his allies, or any of our allies can get us there faster, would it not make more sense to have everyone ready?
How far away is this place? Do we know?
Which place are you talking about?
Vasa. On the
Vasa is across the sea. It,
Vasa's on the other side
Is
of the world.
Unless you go
is Timot
magically.
Vasa?
No.
No, Timot is so.
So Masood, where is Timot?
Masood says southwest from our current position, assuming you're outside the door
Yeah, no, we're in the
Yeah.
house. So
in the house. So, no, but he's saying from our current position, assuming you're outside the door, so
Oh, right,
not
right.
from your
not
spectral
from
dimension.
Not in this dimension.
Southwest from where you are, inland from the west edge of the desert of Dunes End. So if you pull up a map, you can figure it out. There's a castle there, mostly buried by sand. The entrance is marked by a path where 3 rocks meet and the snakes drown.
Can you say that to me later?
Yeah, I can. The entrance is marked by a path where 3 rocks meet and the snakes drown. But beware, I don't know what this means. This is their
Oh,
hideout.
June's End. Okay, because we're in Carrick, right?
No, you are, the mountains of Carrick, but on
Could have
the
met.
eastern
Yeah.
side, western side.
Oh shit.
So you need to go a little bit southwest towards the western edge of the dunes end. Now, with him saying that, Sir Tiban says, I will offer to take you part of the way. If you want, if you want to travel partly by sea, Sir Tiban's guild has a small ship docked along the coast near where you are. That's how he came to be in this area.
Wait, hang on. So we're to the west,
So you see, you are that mountain area.
we're Carrick.
Carrick's
Lost Mine to
Mountains.
Carrick.
Yep.
So to the
So you're like in a little bit of the mountains there. If you head immediately
there's like a
west,
cave there.
oh no, ignore the cave.
Okay, yeah.
So just look at the mountain range. You're
Yeah.
on the mountain range.
Yeah.
On the west side of the
So
mountain
like
range.
here.
If you go left all the way to the sea,
Yeah.
you will find Tibbon's boat. You get
Okay.
on Tibbon's boat, he'll take you a little bit down south
To
to
here.
the west side of Dune's End, and then you
Yeah.
can get to the castle from there.
Okay.
He says, if you choose to travel partly by sea following us, his guild has a small ship, they use a small ship docked along the coast, and he is willing to help because this whole thing seems important to Sasha, and you have all shown honor despite not always seeing eye to eye and agreeing with his methods. And you also help save his friend and expose a traitor to his organization.
Yo, let's do it.
John asks why he feels compelled to
There's my house.
To
dude.
help?
help.
I was like,
He
Man,
has
where did
explained this.
they
He
come
says
from? I saw him, I was
because
like,
Sasha has
yeah,
helped save his
that's the
barbarian
one.
friend and expose a traitor within his ranks. And he was going to go back to the ship anyway.
I need my hat.
So it's like, you're welcome
Okay.
to come along for the ride. He'll take you down the
Dun,
coast
dun.
southwards, drop you off there, and then he'll go on to
And then
other things.
and
Hey
then
Siri, play Pirates of the Caribbean main theme.
Well, you're not on the ship yet. You could like reach the coast and find a sunken ship.
Here's Pirates of the Caribbean, main theme. He's a pirate
Oh,
on
don't get
Spotify.
us a thing on dinged on Twitch.
Yeah,
Wait, what?
You're gonna get
That's
like,
copyrighted.
No, I know.
Oh. Yeah, that is.
Is it had to play like 5 seconds of it or something?
I just wanted to use Siri.
and then we have to make our own way.
Never get to do it.
Yes,
the
he has
rest
no
of the way.
intention of taking the journey with you to find this castle. Because he wishes to stay out of this. He realizes that this is way
Well
beyond
over his head.
Yeah, well over his head. It's not. He's a mercenary. He works for the highest bidder, not heroic stuff like you
You
guys.
want to pay him any money?
John is
Sasha's
reluctant,
broke ass.
but
What?
he'll go
we
along
went
with
through
it.
this last
Okay.
time.
But it depends on what the rest of the party wants to do. Do you take him out of this offer? Do you go directly to Vasa?
Oh, okay. Sure. Is that new?
That's old. I've got 50 gold.
Oh,
That's it.
do you know why you
How
have
much
50
is it? How
gold?
much
Because
is it
no
new?
one goes, I search the dead bodies after fights.
What did?
Yeah.
Oh, we forgot-
I
well,
actually have
because-
things written down.
because
Anytime you guys says I search.
Sasha doesn't
Ah.
do that shit.
I actually, there's many things you have missed. You have not done a proper search since the island
It's been a
of the
while.
cucumber.
Yeah.
So we should be searching those
Sasha never searches
yeah.
bodies.
dark wolves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we
okay.
didn't.
Well, you didn't.
Noted. Noted.
In fact, like searching for clues, searching for money,
Irrelevant. I search.
until it
Kill it.
becomes
Oh, we should
relevant.
search for clues, maybe.
I mean,
Maybe that would make life. Hey, so just casually,
Yeah.
No, it's too late.
no,
Metagame.
no, it's not. It's not because it's like I pop invisibility, go back inside and search clues.
That's metagaming.
Okay, fine. Oh, can we search the dwarf in the fucking?
Nope, Sasha pushed him outside.
Ah,
why? Why would you do that?
Because he was a
Sasha's-
dead body. I don't want a dead body laying next to me.
How many hours did you rest?
full rest.
No, as in the full rest. How many hours did it take?
It's 8 hours.
Okay. So in that 8 hours, like random wolves and bears came
Yeah.
along and just dragged the
Yeah.
corpse. It's gone now.
Oh. God damn it.
Did they shit out the gold?
No.
Damn it.
They take it to their wolf or bear den and
And then scatter it
and
through the
then
forest.
eat it there. Why would they eat it in front of the door and then take a shit? That makes no sense whatsoever. They
Makes
would
as
take
much
it home.
sense as putting the corpse outside without. Okay, so just throwing it out there.
Yes. What are your plans?
New party directive.
Yeah.
Whenever we kill something, we search it.
That's
I
funny
agree.
because that
I
has
agree.
always been the party directive. It's just you guys have been distracted.
Well, it's because you've distracted us. Can you not?
Time crunches make for bad
I
searching.
did not say go immediately. Like you guys are like, we'll go immediately, not rest and stuff like that.
We always just want to go.
Yeah, you just want to go.
I mean,
So
I
from-
wanted to stop and rest. Just
Like,
Okay.
like I said, just pointing out that I have put in treasure and things to find. So then they have to never
Right, from
search
now,
the-
so the next time we kill something and search it, it'll be you find 4
There have
daggers,
been
they're pieces
things.
of shit.
I've got a
Okay,
bunch
is
of
my
rusty
research.
swords.
maybe some of the messages might have made more sense if we'd.
He's got them in this fucking stack of shit.
I hand them out if you find them, but you know.
See, the key is you loot the DM. Problem solved.
I rolled a kill the DM. You failed. Ah.
I'm pretty
Okay,
sure if I sat on it,
Okay,
you could
what
take
are
the
your
info.
plans, fellow adventurers?
If you sit on it. Oh, you might break the cabinet.
Just seeing what.
We pick up our stuff.
Yep.
We thank Tibbin for his offer and take him up on it.
Yep, I am reluctantly agree.
I'm on board because I don't want to go off and go take Eleanor to this place. Eleanor, you want to come? We're going to go save a god.
She is.
Oh, she already said before she wants to come because it'll help Sasha.
Do you
No,
do
yeah,
you
yeah,
you choose
yeah.
to explain what happened?
No, because no one's asked.
Fair. Sasha's not going to explain it.
No,
Even
and
if
I'm not.
somebody asks.
I will explain it if someone asks. But no one's asked.
I mean, I don't have any reason to ask.
Yeah, you see, you don't
No,
have.
you don't have
I
any
do,
reason to ask.
Because
No,
I'm
what-
like, why was Sasha not telling me what the fuck happened?
What? No, you now see now you're just asking because we've been talking about.
Yeah, what happened?
Oh, that's metagaming. We just talked about how we can't do that.
It's fine. You can explain it. Do it in a
So-
do it in a real Urbag way.
Yeah,
though.
do it in an urban way.
So I was.
I woke up
So
and
I was
got
dead.
turned into a statue.
and I was in hell, and there was this really hot demon, and then I woke up, and Timot was there, but he was slimy and black, and then the guys,
Wait, what?
yeah, slimy, because he was slimy and black.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's what he was, right? You said he was like
Yeah.
covered in dark.
Yes.
Yeah,
like,
dark.
tower or
So he was
something.
slimy and black, and then the Dwagar took him away, and then Sasha didn't really look too happy about it. But I don't know why. I don't even know why he was there. All I know is I was like I said, I was in hell with a really hot demon chick. Thought I had a chance. Then I was back.
Was it your dwarf lady friend?
Halfling. Fucking. It's not hard.
You're not a halfling. What?
No, Olive's a halfling.
What, and you're a dwarf?
I'm no.
He's a gnome.
You're a gnome. Oh, right. Gnome, right.
He's about this tall
Yeah.
and about this wide.
Ah!
3 foot.
Oh yeah.
He's 3
Yeah,
foot tall.
yeah.
My
He's-
my
he's-
character sheet literally says
Yeah,
that
3
I'm
foot.
3 foot.
Yeah.
Tiny man.
And are you... Does
And
it say...
I think I figured it out that I was exactly half my actual height.
Are you explaining this to...
Oh, I'm explaining that to
The wider
Demal,
audience.
Yeah.
but like
But-
in
but
true
not
Orbit
everyone.
Urbag fashion, I'm not like, so this is what happened. I'm like, yes! The things! Because I'm an entertainer. But yeah,
So you are explaining it to everyone.
Everyone.
So we have no idea.
like I'm explaining it directly to Demal because she
Eleanor takes
asked.
Sasha's hand and says, "I am so sorry for what you have gone through."
Sasha's like,
Cry,
I
Sasha?
fucking hate Urbag. His bullshit way of explaining things.
I had to do what I had to do to
He says,
save.
"You were tricked into doing what you had to do.
I wasn't.
They were ready for you. You see, sounds like they were ready for you. They used me as bait and lured all
You
of
good?
you in."
Yeah, I'm just
They were,
getting a bit of blood flowing.
but I don't necessarily.
Oh no, you don't have to
I
get up.
wouldn't necessarily say I was
I'm
tricked.
just-
Well, I do if you're moving.
I kind of knew what was going to happen, but I had to do that to save Urbag and Tibon. I chose what I thought was the lesser of two evils.
Then she looks you in the eye and says, "Why do the Duergar hate you so much?"
You know, I
Um,
don't know.
Sasha,
Before
Sa-
you say that, make a wisdom roll.
Wisdom?
Yes.
Do I have bonuses for wisdom?
Wait, has
You
she got
should have.
some bullshit fucking... Oh,
Curse, was it?
because do we know why they hate us? We do, right?
You do know why they hate
Because
us.
they told us in the bar.
Flat 10.
A flat 10. Your wisdom tells you nothing, but she does ask
Okay,
you
you can
directly,
sit down
why
now.
did the Duergar
No,
hate you
it's
so
all good.
much?
I can't.
And I can't remember why.
You can remember why.
Yeah.
But the roll and the wisdom would have allowed you to remember something else. But since you did not roll high enough,
Yeah.
well, I'm not as a DM won't remind. But you as the player, if you remember, then that's fine.
So,
Yeah.
do you want me to explain what I remember to see if that gives more context and bonus?
It is up to you.
Okay.
No,
Wasn't
I
it
want
because
you
we
as
did-
Sasha to say what you want to say.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, Sasha remembering what happened,
Yes.
she says, well,
Okay, that'll be enough.
there were
Careful.
several periods of time where we would get sucked into what we believe was alternate timelines or previous pasts for this world.
Okay.
And those
Are you saying it loud enough for the rest of the party to
Yep.
hear? Damal and Urbag, you may roll wisdom checks
Woohoo!
as well. So it's your D20 plus your base
not
wisdom.
that dice that I used.
Oh,
It was blocked by this. Is that okay?
Well, it's still rolled flat though, so it's fine.
Okay, cool.
Pretty good.
18 total.
I think I've got shit all.
Mm-hmm.
So plus 2?
Yeah.
9.
So 9. Only Urbag realizes this. You remember being explicitly warned by Loth the Spider Queen to never let Eleanor know that you were jumping around in time and meddling with her life.
Oh, yo. Hey, Sasha. Remember the spider lady saying the stuff about the things at the place? And
Does that prompt me?
That should prompt you. It's enough for enough for you to recall what you were warned not to do.
We were travelling through to past events that had happened in the world. And in one of those past events, there was an incident that happened in a cave.
Mm-hmm.
And in that cave,
We didn't help the Duergar?
we were under attack by some drow with the aid of, what are they called again? The fucking
Lamprey?
spider dudes?
Driders.
Driders.
Yeah.
we,
Half spider, half drow.
we were being attacked by some driders, and some Duergar broke through a wall,
Mm-hmm.
and then got assailed by the same the driders.
Yeah.
We didn't help them. We escaped.
She seems horrified and she says, "You left them to their deaths."
We didn't know if they were good or bad.
So John was part of this, but John doesn't know that Eleanor is never meant to know any of this.
oh, yo.
But you just said. Oh, but he doesn't trigger, right?
Yeah. So you
No.
your explanation does not trigger any of her memory. But she does say you left them to die.
She
She's a
wasn't
little bit
around.
horrified. Yeah. She was, but she doesn't remember.
She wasn't in the same
Yeah.
place, though, was she?
Yeah, she was.
She
Yeah,
was.
she was
'Cause we
in the same room.
saved-
We went in and saved her.
We saved her from the thing in the
Yep.
pool.
the water.
All your trips back
wasn't
was at different points was to save her from dying.
Yeah. Also, I wasn't there.
Yeah, you
What?
were.
No,
you were.
I was collecting fucking.
Yeah, but then you were drowning or something,
That's
and
from-
You were
could only
drowning
breathe
in your
water
water
or something.
sack.
Yeah, your water
I
sack.
Because you
landed.
licked the-
I
shit,
landed
no.
in that much.
No,
of
no,
water,
no,
right?
you licked the wall.
You licked the wall, and it made you so that you
What?
could only
What?
breathe in water.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. I had my
Yeah.
head in my water.
Yeah.
Okay. At this stage, I would like to point out that
Yeah.
it is 8:41 p.m.
It is 8:41. Oh, we can end soon. It's relatively okay. So I'll just wrap it up a little bit.
Well, what prompted the wall looking?
I think there was green slimy stuff on it, and I wanted to
She
find
was
out what
tasting
it
I
was.
mean, how
To see if it was poison.
Yeah, she licked it.
Or
to
it
see if
was
it
edible.
poisonous.
Yeah, it was some weird slime thing.
Yeah, I mean the best way to find it out
Yeah,
if something's
lick it.
poison
Yeah, lick
is to lick it, you know, and see what happens.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
so
a bit chaotic.
with that, she seems satisfied with your answer. A little bit shaken and worried that you would have left them to die, but she understands why they hate the party so much. She didn't think that you'd be capable of doing that, but you know, the past is the past.
Yeah, it was technically a long time ago.
It takes maybe 4 hours to reach the coast with your as much speed as you were allowed to use. Tibben points out a ship docked, or well, anchored off a little bit in, we'll say, an inlet or so. It's a mid-sized three-sailed ship. From what you can see, there are about 20 crew on board, and the crew seem to be in better spirits now that Sir Tibben and Masood have returned. With that, the party boards the ship and begin to prepare for their journey southwards.
Is the barbarian dude coming
Yes.
along with us?
Yes, so the barbarian and the knight, the infernal fiendish knight, they're coming along with you. The plan is to drop you along the coast. It'll probably be like another half day of sailing. They get you to the point, and
I have a
then
bonus.
yes.
Can I summon a plesiosaurus to like be behind the boat and push it along?
Don't you have rope?
But I want to summon a plesiosaurus.
Yeah, but can't you make
Can
it
the
pull it?
plesiosaurus pull that much?
It's pushing it. It's like swimming.
Can you
Okay.
summon one with your summoning level?
Yeah,
No, it's on there. That doesn't mean you can summon it.
but I want to summon something to push the boat.
And with that, the crew makes preparations to travel south. They're pretty much waiting to go anyway, so it doesn't take that long.
Yeah.
And you begin a journey south, which is for the next part of the adventure.
It's in the
Yay! Thanks, friends.
Thank you,
Wow.
friends.
Animals.
Thank you, friend
Yeah,
Brother D, for
100%.
tuning in and paying attention
Pretty sure
to
it is.
all our
This is an animal and
shenanigans.
it's-
No. it's
Anyone
not
else who
just
tuned
an
in
animal.
during the night, thank you very much.
Pretty sure the only people watching are the people here.
That's right. They might end
Oh,
up.
Darren's watching.
Yeah.
Oh. Hey there.
Do,
Hey,
do your
Darren.
thing, Daryl. Someone might record watch it.
Record, watch it.
Yeah. It's where you
Oh
record it
yeah,
and they
yeah.
watch it.
If you enjoyed it, again, you know we said at the beginning as well, but if you enjoyed it, if you can click follow, that'd be cool. If you go through to the YouTube
Read the
channel,
specifics.
like and subscribe. That would be ace.
Challenge
'cause then
rating
we
2
can
or
get
lower.
Mhm.
the
That's the key.
YouTube
it's a challenge
custom
rating too.
URL
Is
thingy,
it?
my what's it?
Actually,
And then yeah, hopefully we'll be back next week. But it's all dependent on a number of things, including delivery of children and just COVID